Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Just going to do some toy hunting. Here we are at Ross. Walked right up to the line where the register is just to see what they have up here. And they do have these Skeleton Crew figures and Dracula, the black and white version. They have these up there. I've been seeing them in the store for quite a while and nobody's buying them. So I think they stuck them up here thinking they were going to get some more action. Anyways, let's go back and check out what they got. It is first thing in the morning, so hopefully they did a restock, and it just looks like a big mess back here. Now, the interesting part is I'm probably one of the first 5 people in the store, so when you look around and you see how messy it is, you just realize, man, there is just no way of organizing this, or they just don't care to organize it because by the end of the day, it's just going to be tossed through anyways. So I don't know how they can keep stocking this up, knowing that it's just going to look like this. So it's pretty difficult to find stuff at this point. You just have to keep rummaging through every single thing. Check this out. Got a lot of Super 7s coming up. Now, at one time they were like 15 bucks, but now they got them priced at $9.99, which is okay, but I really want it to be much, much cheaper. They did mark these down, the Beast Wars ones to $9.99. Look at that. You got the baseball figures in here. Oh my gosh, what is that? Is that a retro collection multicolored Luke Skywalker? Look at that. That is the pilot Luke. It's the multicolored one, which is the prototype version of the retro figure. That is pretty cool. I don't think I have this one at all, so I probably grabbed that for $3.99. But anyways, we're just going to keep fumbling around and seeing what's out there. If those Beast Wars and stuff like that and those Super 7s were also around the $5 range, I would definitely pick those up. Anyways, I'm not really seeing a whole lot. I'm looking for an AEW figure that has a belt because I want to use it for my custom. But check this out. This is a hockey figure. It is one of the Stanley Cup versions, and it has a Stanley Cup in there, which is pretty cool. And for $3.99, can you imagine like getting that and throwing that in your collection? Anyways, we had these 2 Fast and the Furious cars. They're pretty cool. We're going to keep looking around, seeing if we can find maybe some more cars or something like that, because I think Hot Wheels and stuff might be showing up, those multi-packs. I got a couple last year, and they're really, really cool. Anyways, I'm not seeing any Marvel Legends, not really seeing any G.I. Joe today, except for those Super 7s. So, not really finding the stuff that I'm actually looking for, but there is quite a bit of stuff in here, and check that out. You just have to like really look around. I bet I'm going to miss something anyways, because there's no way I'm going through every inch of these shelves. Anyways, check that out. Here's a couple more of those Fast and the Furious cars. That is pretty cool. I'll probably just like hold on to those for a while and just decide if I want to get them. They are like 12 bucks or something like that for the 2 cars. Anyways, check this out. Gargoyles. They've been showing up in the store, and this is, I think, the 3rd Gargoyles figure that I've seen. There's multiples of that, so those probably just came out. Oh, look at that. A Hot Wheels pack. That is pretty cool. They have a whole bunch of them in there. We'll see. So now I'm at Target and I'm looking. Check that out. We got a whole bunch of those Jean Greys or whatever up there. You got that Spider-Man who's going to sit around forever. That is to make sure that you always have a Spider-Man in store. Let's go scan this and see what the price of it is. Look at that. It's on sale. It's not on clearance. Anyway, so here we got the Sonic figures down here, and they're pretty cool. You got Green Lantern and the Flash. Then you got that Superman with Sonic. And Cyborg with Sonic. We had seen that before. Anyways, here are the regular kind of action figures. You got those Spin Master Superman figures. Check that out. The Firefighter's up there. He looks like he's full price, but we're going to take him and scan him in the machine and just see what he comes to. There's some divers right down here, so that is pretty cool. I'm going to scan those and see if they're on sale. I don't really know if I want any more divers at all, because I just don't know really how to display them. But check out that Super 7 Serpentor. That actually looks cool. Here's that 80th anniversary, the 80s He-Man or whatever. You got Star Wars Black Series here, and look at that. You got a Sand Trooper. Now that is pretty cool to find that in the store. I never expected to find a Sand Trooper or any of the newer ones in here, but that's pretty cool that he was still hanging out, and it looks like it's the only one available. We're going to scan that and see what the price of that is also. Anyways, let's just take one quick look at the shelf, and I almost missed these the first time, and look at that. The Once a Man Super 7 figure, I just wish they weren't $20. Anyways, this Cobra Trooper is still full price in the store. These guys are still full price at $55. That is crazy. There's no way I can pull the trigger on that. Anyways, the Firefighter, he's on clearance down to 24 bucks, 25 bucks. Let's round that up. And then the Sand Trooper here is like 18 bucks. So that's not bad. 17 something. That is pretty good. And then we just run over to the clearance section because I've been waiting for this guy to go on clearance in the white hat because I really want that cowboy hat. So I'm going to use that hat for my custom Smokey and the Bandit. And then I also have a custom Clint Eastwood figure that I might throw it on once in a while. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And as always, have a fantastic day.